Welcome to another episode of Smash JT on my way into work right now, and I've been doing quite a bit of self-reflection, thinking about my time on YouTube, that I focused so much effort and time on every single day, nearly for 3 years, putting my entire life into the YouTube channel. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're thinking about starting one, you have these visions of grandeur and visions of making millions of dollars and views, yeah, obviously, most people have already banged that into your head that you're not going to do it. But this video is going to dive into the why. So when I started my YouTube channel, 2016, 2017, something like that, it was January, one of those years, and I just went into it with this whole, I love video games. I want to make this channel to express my passion for the video games, to be able to talk about them. I didn't even know YouTube had a thing like communities at all. I thought it was just a bunch of random people making random videos, talking about them and posting them. I knew nothing about how the inner workings of YouTube actually worked. And over the course of my next 3 years of making videos, building a community, making friends, learning about the backroom deals of YouTube, learning about the not so forward-facing company that Google is, it's been a very eye-opening experience. If you want to start a YouTube channel, do it, but don't expect anything out of it. And that's where the frustration comes in with this video. Not that I thought that I was going to be big or popular, or my channel would grow into PewDiePie or anything like that. That never entered my mind, at least not at the beginning. It was innocent. It was pure. It was, I love video games. I want to make a channel talking about video games, and we'll see where it goes from there. And I started gaining a little bit of traction. I started getting some attention in the small YouTuber community, which again, I didn't know anything about until I was actually there. And it's a great community. For the most part, the small YouTuber community is a bunch of passionate gamers that just want to have fun, just want to be friends, talk video games, and play video games. It's, at its foundation, the best thing YouTube could offer creators. As I continued on the channel and learned quite a bit more, my eyes were really opened up. I'd say back when I made my Dreamcast guy video, when I said that he had possibly plagiarized one of my videos. Now, I've talked to Max behind the scenes after posting that video and kind of cleared the air, and I didn't really want to ever bring that up again, but I feel like it's kind of important so that, you know, if we don't talk about things that happen, then history is bound to repeat itself. But when I posted that video, it was like one of those things that I didn't know how the public was going to react to it. I didn't know if people were going to take my side, if people were going to think I was just talking about him to get attention, if people, I don't know what people think, because another thing you'll learn as a creator is no matter what your intent is with the video, people will hear what they want to hear and just take it and run with it, regardless of what the point of your video actually was supposed to be. That video talking about the plagiarism with Dreamcast guy kind of changed the direction, the course of my channel's success for the worse. And it's because I was so, I guess I want to say, innocent to the idea of nefarious YouTube and how bad it can really get with people having agendas, having relationships, having friendships, having backroom deals, having a whole bunch of sketchy things that you don't really think exist until you're in the position that you are. So I published that video because I was pissed. I mean, I'll be honest, I was frustrated that Dreamcast guy made a video that clearly looked like it took parts of a video that I made and made it for himself, and didn't give any credit whatsoever to my channel. And that's why I was frustrated, because I'm like, it is so hard to grow on YouTube. But when I started growing, when I started getting a little bit of an audience, I wanted more. And when I saw what looked to me from a smaller channel on the outside looking in, it looked like a larger channel taking my video, my intel, my research, all the knowledge that I had on a specific topic, and just kind of rehashing it and making their own video out of it. Which, yes, happens all the time on YouTube. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not even saying that I haven't watched other YouTubers' videos to get ideas on what I should be talking about going forward too. But it was just, I guess it was a bad combination of doing that and saying some specific things that I said along the same lines of it, and then not giving any credit to a smaller channel to not get any kind of subscribers going their way. That was my biggest frustration. That was why I was really struggling with how to handle the entire situation with Dreamcast Guy. I didn't think it would turn into what it did, but that was, like I was saying, the most eye-opening experience of my entire tenure on the YouTube platform. When I published that video, I had some really big YouTubers coming out of the woodworks to tell me to take it down, to tell me it was a bad look, to tell me that I probably should not put videos like that up because it could impact the success of my channel in the future. And I'm like, initially I was like, yeah, get out of here with that. But the more I look back at it, the more frustration I have with that situation. Because I felt genuinely hurt. I felt like somebody had taken my information and ran with it as their own, and then had a bunch of people backing them up so that they can clear their name because they're a big channel and they're friends with other big channels. When I published that video, it got a lot of views instantly. Like, I'm talking more views than I've ever seen my channel get in the first half hour of publishing ever. I'm talking like 2,000 to 3,000 views in like the span of 35 minutes, 45 minutes, something crazy like that. Twitter was blowing up. Everything was going crazy. It was like, oh my God, Smash JT said that Dreamcast Guy copied him, and everyone was talking about me. And it was funny how people were forming their opinions about me based off of a video and based off of their relationships with certain creators. Once I published the video, I had Woodhawker message me directly, told me to take the video down. Woodhawker from Beat 'em Ups. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. And then he posted something on Twitter that was like, hey, Smash JT just posted a video saying someone plagiarized him when he just plagiarized my most recent video anyways. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't plagiarize your most recent video. I was actually like copying the format of it and giving you full credit of it. It was what do you call it? A parody. It was a parody. Like, literally, I even put Woodhawker's face on my face, and I was talking like an Australian, and I sounded like an absolute idiot doing it. Like, it was a joke video. It wasn't anything plagiarizing. It wasn't trying to take credit without giving credit. And that was the frustration I had with Dreamcast Guy. But regardless of the truth, people started forming their opinions based off of what Woodhawker said on Twitter, and I got a ton of hate coming to my channel from that, which is understandable now that I look back and see, yeah, it's a big channel, and when he swings, it's pretty powerful. I get it. But then I had RGT85, Sean Long, reached out to me and was like, dude, it's a bad look. You really should take that video down. And I felt like I connected on a level with Sean. I felt like he was being real with me. I felt like he was looking out for my best interests. Turns out that's not necessarily the case. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe Sean, I'm sure you'll be watching this, but maybe it was the case. I don't know. But looking back, looking at the connections, looking at the MCN that all these guys are a part of, I believe it's Screenwave Media, although I think that's private now. I don't think that information is actually public. For whatever reason, they don't want you to know that they're all connected with the MCN that basically pushes their views, pushes them to collaborate with each other, pushes them to encourage their own success while lowering others, which was the biggest frustration I had with the entire MCN situation. But be that as it may, I was on Spawnwave Media. He invited me on. He was a really good dude. John, thank you so much for that. But after that Dreamcast guy video, I was never invited back on the Spawncast ever again. Now, maybe it's because Spawnwave didn't think I had anything more to contribute, but it just seems odd that I was invited on to the Spawncast multiple times before the Dreamcast guy video, and then after the Dreamcast guy video, never contacted again. So some might call it being blacklisted, but other people might just say, hey, that's how you play the game of YouTube. You know, you make your friends, you pat people on the back, they pat you on the back, and if you try to screw someone over, they're gonna send the cavalry after you because you don't mess with their friends. Again, this goes back to what I was saying at the get-go. I had no idea how deep some of these roots went with YouTube. I had no clue how these connections were made. When I made the Dreamcast guy video, I was friends with Woodhawker. I was friends with RGT85. I was friends with John from Spawnwave Media, or Spawnwave. And after that video, it kind of all just went to hell. And I had no idea that Dreamcast guy, Max, was part of Screenwave Media, or if he even is. I don't know. I don't know if he is. It's just weird that if he wasn't, that all these people who are would be coming so strongly to his defense just because they were his friends for some reason. Oh, okay. It just seems like there'd be more going on in the background to it. The reason why I'm bringing up this old memory again is as a fair warning to YouTubers who are up and coming that want to see success more than anything with their channel. Just be careful where you step, because it is a minefield. Holy crap. Now, here's the thing too, by the way. If someone were to do that kind of thing to one of my friends, I'd like to think the first thing I would do would be to defend my friend. But I would also take a look at the situation for what it was and try to make an unbiased decision to see what was going on. Don't know if I'd be able to do that, but I'd like to think I'd try. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the video right there. Just kind of me being real, my thoughts on the YouTube platform on the whole, and why I am glad that I got a full-time job now, that I don't have to stress about making money on YouTube. I don't have to stress about getting attention or growing. I can just be me. I can just talk now. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. I love you guys. Just stay smashing.